All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I'm back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So, you guys, hopefully, it seems like every time I want to do a video, the dogs start to bark. So, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, maybe for some of you, you could be dealing with something in your life and maybe there's somebody's barking at you or somebody's trying to like attack you or somebody is just trying to interfere or I don't know, you could just have a lot of distractions around you, right? So maybe we can throw something in here too about overcoming distractions. Yeah, that's a good topic as well. Maybe we'll do like a part two to that. But anyway, you guys, the main topic here, I wanted to talk about this because it actually was something that I was thinking about myself. Actually something that I have worked to overcome in previous situations, connections. And hey, Blue Flash, how are you? Welcome. What's going on? How's it out there in India, Blue Flash? So, yeah, I still can't believe I have people from India watching me. That's like super surreal. But anyway, you guys, but yes, and Blue Flash, tell me if this is something that you've dealt with, or if you're watching this, let me know if you guys have experienced this. But okay, so overcoming the need to fix and save people, and how this can affect your happiness, and also really just protecting your peace, protecting your peace of mind, just protecting yourself mentally, emotionally, and psychologically from people that could be trying to distract you, or people that could be trying to trigger you, or people that's just maybe hateful, jealous, and envious, and all that stuff. We'll definitely kind of get into that. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. But yeah, so again, I wanted to bring this up because, and I can admit this, you guys, like this is something that I have dealt with, and I think this has been a part of the reason and could have been why I did attract a narcissist in my life, or other situations where it could have been, in the past where it was like really unhealthy or it was like codependent. It was just kind of dysfunctional and just really not kind of giving me what it was that I wanted or expected out of a relationship or a friendship or a connection kind of thing. Um, but how in which a person could overcome the need to fix and save someone. Let's talk about why a person would do this, right? And this is specifically speaking to those that have dealt with narcissistic abuse, because I have been a victim of that, but also a survivor now. But looking back, you guys, to be honest, I think that the biggest thing could have been because of maybe the way that I was raised per se, or just maybe having a personality where maybe people could have made me feel like, okay, I need to fix them or I need to save them. And also me being an empathic person, which I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you may be empathic as well. But just overcoming that need to fix people, right? Because the thing is with empathic people, we want everybody to be good. We want everything to be peaceful. We want to get along with everybody. We don't want any drama. We don't want any chaos. We don't want any conflicts. We don't want any confrontation, that kind of thing. And then when maybe you could have an interaction maybe with a narcissist, or maybe someone who's toxic, or maybe someone who's emotional, or someone who is just unhealthy in a way, or just really irrational, or just kind of having an emotional outburst or a rage moment, we may want to like talk to them or be with them because we're like, oh, you know what? I can help this person. I can fix them. I can make them see the light. I can make them do better. I can change that person. I can make them into who I want them to be. I can shape them. I can mold them. I can teach them some things. I can show them some things that which they haven't seen before or which they haven't learned before. And I can really save this person. I can really fix this person, right? And a lot of times, and I can say this myself, me doing this in the past, because you have you feel needed at that point, right? So you kind of become addicted to fixing the person. You have a need, or you become addicted to saving that person. You get what I'm saying? So And I think that's another reason why a lot of former victims and survivors could get attached to, people who are codependent, people who could be unhealthy, because in some situations, you could have people who play the victim. They could play the victim card, or maybe they have been victimized in somewhere. Maybe they just got out of a toxic relationship or a toxic environment, or maybe it was like a toxic household. Like maybe it was like a family dynamic, and this person is complaining all the time, or they have a sob story, or everyone they talk to, they hear about like maybe what happened to them, and maybe you being an empathic person, or maybe you're sensitive, or maybe you could be a doormat, you may be a pushover, or a people pleaser, right? That's another good video for us to talk about, is overcoming that disease to please everybody all the time, because again, you don't want any conflicts, you want everybody to be happy, but at the end of the day, you find yourself drained, you find yourself just really tired, or just not able, like you don't have enough energy to do the things that you want. Is because you could be dealing with these people that are pulling on your energy, dealing with these people who want your attention maybe, or dealing with these people that just want reactions out of you, or they want they want something from you, right? They just want your time, your energy, your attention, whatever the case is, right? So you do have that coming up. And you said Kolkata is super hot, waiting for thunder shower. Okay, so that's where you are in India. Did I say that right, Blue Flash? Kolkata? Is that how you say it? That sounds hot, to be honest. That sounds really, really hot. But where I'm at here, I'm in Florida, and it looks like the sun is out. Honestly, let me check my phone here. Let me see. As far as the temperature, it says it's 80 degrees. So, that's interesting. But it's not like super, super hot. But I think this weekend is going to be in the 90s, you guys. And my birthday is actually this coming Friday, which I'm really excited about, which I can't believe I'm going to be 35 years old, you guys. Like, can you believe that? That's like insane. But I'm super, super grateful. And like, I'm really just happy what God has been doing. And it hasn't been easy. It has not been easy, but I'm just truly, truly grateful. And make sure that you guys do watch this video the whole way through, because I do have an announcement that I want to make. But yeah, you guys, kind of going back to the topic though, I just wanted to touch on, but yeah, overcoming the need to fix people, overcoming the need to save people. Because again, when you are going out of your way to trying to fix people all the time, where you're trying to save people all the time, you can find yourself in relationships where you're being manipulated. You can find yourself in relationships where you're being controlled. You can find yourself in relationships, again, where you're drained, you're tired, you're fatigued, you can't do anything, you feel stuck, you feel stagnant, and, you feel like you're talking to, a record player, or like a wall. Like what's that saying? They like, you feel like you're talking to something that's just not listening, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is that this robs you of your happiness. You see what I'm saying? Like this, when you try to fix people all the time and save people, it's just kind of sort of like you're not accepting the person for what it is, or you're not accepting the situation, you're not accepting the reality. You get me? And the thing about it is, you may lose a lot of sleep. You could be stressed out. You could be depressed. You may have high blood pressure, and you just find yourself just feeling very overwhelmed, very emotional, and things like that. And again, I think that, specifically speaking about people that have dealt with narcissistic abuse like myself, I feel like maybe we have been programmed to be this way, being around individuals who were narcissistic. We could have felt like ourselves, we felt like, oh, we can change the narcissist, right? We can make the narcissist a better person. We can make the narcissist treat us better. We can make the narcissist see the light and see that, oh, okay, they can wake up one day and treat me with respect. They can wake up one day and start to value me, start to appreciate me, start to love me, start to care about me, right? But that time never comes. That day never comes, because the narcissist doesn't want to change. The narcissist doesn't think that they're the problem. They think it's you, right? So, so there's this constant battle, right? There's this constant obsession. There's this constant possessive thing where you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna fix them. I gotta save them, you know. And that came up because, you know, I actually did have someone that reached out to me and they said, hey, Joy, you know, because they was dealing with a female narc, right? And honestly, I think female narcissists are the worst. That's just my personal opinion, but you know, it is what it is. But the individual was dealing with a female narcissist, and you know, it was in a type of dynamic where the individual knew that something wasn't right. You know, the individual told me that he felt that the person was just using him sexually, and he felt taken advantage of sexually, right? And he also felt like he was a puppet. Like, so he said that he would go out with this person, and he felt like he was like a token. Like people would look at them and be like, oh, you know, she's with that person or he's with her, that kind of thing, you know. But meanwhile, he would say, you know, she would do things that would make him feel like, you know, she doesn't really care about him, or she doesn't really love him like that, or, you know, she just has him there just to fill up space, or she just has him there just for company, or because she's bored, or until she finds someone better, right? Or quote unquote better, right? And so, you know, but the individual was telling me, he was like, Joy, like, you know, she's moved on to a new supply. She seems happy. She's going on vacations. You know, he's hearing from the grapevine that she's doing well. She's smiling, and they've been in a relationship for many years now. They're still together, when all along, you know, the person that reached out to me was wanting that with that narcissist, right? He was telling me like, hey, Joy, I was trying to make it work with this narcissist. I wanted to be with her. I saw a lot of potential in her. You know, she was really nice to me in the beginning. But then towards, I guess because the person that reached out to me, he said that he started to speak up for himself, right? So you guys know, when you're with a narcissist, they start to put you down, right? They're very immature. They're very childish. They're very petty, right? You know, they can't control their emotions. They have outbursts, and you know, they put you down, they talk bad about you, they make gossip or start rumors and things like that. And so, you know, long story short, you know, the individual noticed, like, when he would go out with this person, he said that the person wouldn't dress up anymore, which is kind of like do and say whatever to him, and would kind of put other people before him and making him feel bad about himself. And really, I think he mentioned a couple times that he would go over to the narcissist's home, and he said that he felt like she would disappear and leave him alone by himself, and to hang out with the narcissist's family members, who, you know, he was kind of just like not comfortable being around, I guess, them at the time, and he didn't really know them like that kind of thing. And so he kind of felt invisible, even though he was around the narcissist. They will make you feel that way, right? You know, they make you feel like unimportant. They make you feel unseen, unheard, you know, and things like that. And so, you know, all this kind of led up, and, you know, this kind of built up within, you know, the person that reached out to me. And, you know, he basically was saying that he stood up for himself. Like, he spoke out to the narcissist, told her how he felt. And obviously she didn't like it. We all know narcissists don't like to be called out. They don't want to be exposed, you know. They don't want people to see them for who they really are, right? They don't want people to see their true colors, that kind of thing. But in the end, the narcissist ends up exposing themselves. Or it just, generally speaking, like, if a person is just kind of like a little cuckoo, maybe a little crazy, you know, they may not be able to manage their emotions. Eventually, they're going to expose themselves. Like, you don't have to do it. You don't have to seek revenge. People will always expose themselves. You just be cool, be calm, and just kind of let things play out. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, you know, the person that reached out, he was just basically telling me, because I was trying to help him to realize, like, validate his situation, give him the clarity he needed, give him the confirmation, and help him to understand what happened. But the biggest thing that he kept saying was he wanted to make it work with the narcissist. He was trying to fight for it. Like, he wanted to know what he could have done better. You know, I'm not saying that he wanted to get back with the narcissist per se, but I don't know if that narcissist was single, if he would have tried. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it definitely sounded like he was in love with that person, but it's clear that the narcissist was not in love with him. And I was telling him as well that the narcissist is not in love with that other person that they're with now, and that they have been with for many, many years. Like, I was trying to explain that to him, and he was just really so focused on fixing this person and saving this narcissist. I think he probably felt that he could change the narcissist, and I found that to be true too. I tried to do that, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Many years ago, back in 2013, back in 2012, I did. I can admit that, but it never works. It never works. So if you're like, well, hey, Joy, what's the solution? The solution is, at the end of the day, you kind of have to learn how to accept people as they are, accept, how they, not saying to settle for less, but I'm just saying, like, at the core of a person's like personality, their makeup, their aura, their energy, if you don't like it, then that means they're not the person for you, so, and the other thing too, though, that person can still heal, right? They can do their inner work and things like that. Not saying, all people, like, everybody has their flaws, right? Everybody has things that they have to work on. But if the person is like, hey, I have this addiction, or hey, I have this obsession, or, I have this thing about me that I know I need to fix and work on. If they're not actively fixing that, if they're not actively working on that, and you notice it, then that means that they're okay with being like that. And then in that point, you have to be like, okay, do you want to deal with that? Do you want to put up with that? And if you don't, then it's just kind of like, okay, you have to kind of make a decision from there. So, but anyway, I hope that made sense and helped. And Blue Flash, you said, I think the best policy is to blank out people from your life who don't vibe with you. It works for me. Yes, absolutely. So if a person does not vibe with you, just let it go. I mean, life is too short, to be honest. Life is too short. Life is to be lived. And if you're not happy, it's just kind of like, why do it? Now it could be like, maybe you're in a situation and you just have to deal with something at the point in time, and you could feel stuck, or you feel like, okay, I have to do this for this moment. But I guess what helps me in any type of predicament or situation, I just have to be like, okay, you know what? This is not going to be forever. This is just for a period of time. It is what it is. You can only do so much. So, and at the end of the day, you got to remember, you can't control nobody else. And I think that's where this comes from too, because think about it. When you're trying to fix someone, when you're trying to save someone, that means you're trying to control that person. But when you say, oh, I don't have control over nobody but me, then you can take your power back and say, okay, I can control myself. And then that's where you keep the focus is on yourself. Because when you control yourself, then it's all good. You don't react. You don't have outbursts, or, you don't react to toxic people. You don't get upset like that with individuals, because it's just like, that's them. You can only control you. And you can control how you feel. You can't control how other people feel about you. But yeah. So I hope that makes sense. But no, I like how you said that, Blue Flash. And Nikita, what's going on, girl? How are you? What's up? We got to definitely do another episode soon, Nikita. How are you? I miss you so much. Oh, my God. And then I guess another thing I did want to talk about before we go, and Nikita, please feel free to share your feedback on this, and anybody else watching, please leave a comment. I want to know what was your takeaway. But, just protecting your peace at the end of the day. For me, I value peace. I don't know about anybody else watching this, but for me, my peace is like my safe haven. My peace is my sanctuary. And I feel like life without peace would be just not worth living. Like, that's just me. I know some people may like drama. I know some people may like chaos and conflicts and confusion and mayhem. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that. I'm Gucci. Like, no. So I don't know. Like, and I feel like I've been like that my whole life, you guys. Anybody else feel that way? I don't know where it came from, because and I don't know if I told you guys this story, like many years ago, back when I used to live in Illinois, I was like on my way I was like going through a lot as far as transitioning and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life still. And I just noticed that my dad, he liked drama, right? And I remember one day, when I had a car at the time, but I was like, my dad had given me his car, so I was driving his car. And I had like, just because my dad didn't live too far from me, from where I used to stay at in Illinois. And I remember I used to tell my dad, like, Dad, I don't like drama, like I don't want to be a part of it and things like that, because I noticed like he liked that type of stuff, you know. And you know what my dad said to me, you guys? I think I shared this in another video. He was like, life without drama will be boring. And I'm just like, Dad, like, yeah, it's time for me to go. I remember I put the keys in the ignition and I started the car and I was like, yeah, I'm out. I don't know. That's just me. Like, maybe in a movie, but just like in my own life, my own personal life, is like, no, no, ma'am, no, sir, I'm good, Gucci. Like, no. So I don't know. Protecting your peace is really going to be the key to your happiness, you guys, especially if you have been a victim of narcissistic abuse. And I think that's another thing, too, because I feel like I've been through a lot in my life. And just dealing with abuse from like family members, from people like in romantic relationships, and also like certain friendships, and even in like some like work environments, you know. Just dealing with that in my life, I just kind of came to the conclusion, I'm just like, yeah, like I really like my peace. Like, you know. And I think that's why I like to encourage people. And like I said, I never tell anybody what to do. Never, 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 you guys. But I always recommend spending time alone. Spending time alone is really going to be a lot of people's key to their recovery and their healing after narcissistic abuse, because I know it's really easy to want to be around a bunch of people all the time, right? It's easy to, you know, get underneath someone, especially like if you feel hurt about a situation, you feel betrayed, or you feel emotional, or you just feel out of control, or whatever the case is. And it's easy to, you know, kind of fill a void with another person, or fill a void with an addiction, or fill a void with whatever it is that you're using. You get what I'm saying? But what takes courage, what takes strength, and what's like honorable, I think, is being able to do the work on yourself and heal, and spend that time alone, getting to know who you are. Because it's easy to blame other people. It's easy to put and say like, oh, it's because of this person that I did this. It's because of that person that happened. It's because of them. It's because of him. It's because of her. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to point the finger, but what do they say when you point the finger? What? You got three fingers pointing back at you. So at the end of the day, you kind of have to take responsibility for yourself, your actions, and your behavior, you know. And some people learn that sooner than later. Others don't learn that until later on in life. So, you know, no judgment. We're not about judging folks on this channel. We're all about learning and educating each other so we can empower and improve our lives, right? That's what it's all about. So yeah, you guys, but I hope this was helpful, you know. Hopefully it inspires somebody to maybe stop trying to fix people all the time and stop trying to save people, and realize like, hey, you can only fix yourself. You can only save yourself, you know. And a lot of times most people don't want to be fixed. A lot of people don't want to be saved. A lot of people, not all, but most people are comfortable in their toxicity, right? Most people are comfortable in the drama. Most people are comfortable and the chaos, the conflict, and you know, the competition, or whatever is going on. Like a lot of people like stuff like that, right? Because maybe they grew up around that, or that's what they heard in music, or they seen that on TV, or maybe they seen other people behaving like that and they feel like, oh, that's what I need to do, you know, and things like that. And a lot of people want to be like the stuff that they see on TV, so they're like, oh, that's happening on TV, I want to emulate that. And I'll, you know, so it just depends. But at the end of the day, peace is key. I'm telling you guys, it's nothing like it. I value it more than anything, especially as I've gotten older too. I realized like, you know, peace makes me happy, you know? So anyway, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. Because again, the other thing too, when you try to fix and save people, you can find yourself, like I said, in environments that's just you feel, like I said, you may feel trapped, you could feel stuck, and it was only because you was trying to fix somebody, you was trying to save somebody. And like I said too, I don't want to say that there's nothing wrong with helping people at the end of the day, because I like to help people for sure. That's what I do here. I help people who've been with individuals that were narcissists, you get what I'm saying, or have dealt with the abuse. But I only help people that want to be helped. There's a big difference. Not everybody wants to be helped, and that's okay. Yeah, everybody has their own life to live at the end of the day, you know, and nobody can live it but you. So anyway, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know what was you guys' takeaway and what you think, your feedback. And if you did stay until the end of this video, I do want to make an update on my website. But because this is my birthday month, you guys, and I am definitely feeling, you know, I want to give back to the community, because as always, you guys, I really do appreciate your support. I appreciate all the love, the likes, comments, subscriptions, the positivity, and just, you know, the people that view the channel. And hopefully it's good folks, not the, you know, the crazies, you know, try to keep those folks away. I would like to offer 15% on all of my services. So if you want to get a support session from me, or if you want to actually try a sugar scrub, you guys. And shout out to those of you that did support the sugar scrub, that purchased one. I love you guys so much. But if you want to get a sugar scrub, you can actually get 15% off discount this month. So these actually are $27. So with the 15% discount, let me see how much that is. But yeah, you guys can get a discount. This one is citrus ginger and milk and coconut. A lot of people are really loving these, you guys. So you definitely want to make sure you get yours for sure. For sure. All right. So 27 times 0.15. So you get $4 off. So minus 405. So for this month, it'll be $22.95 for the sugar scrub. So if you want to try one, you do get a discount. I'm going to make sure that I go ahead and update that on the site. You definitely want to make sure you do take advantage of that offer, because it is going to be for a limited time. But any of my products and my services, you will get 15% off for this entire month. As I said, just to give back, you know, just to show my love and my appreciation to all of my followers and subscribers. It really does mean the world to me, you guys, because it just lets me know that, you know, these videos are helping you guys, and it's, you know, giving you guys any support, any confirmation that you need to hear, or any advice, or just, you know, a good word of encouragement or inspiration too, right? So anyway, I love you all. Be sure to, like I said, subscribe, like, share this video with somebody you think it can help and bless. And any other services, you guys, you want to get a reading from me, you guys know I do readings. If you want to inquire about my 90-day coaching program, or any other services, my books, if you want to inquire about getting a book, you'll definitely get a 15% off discount, especially if you order it from my website. I'll make sure to apply that discount for you. But yeah, other than that, that's it, you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Love you so much. And it's time for a hug, you guys. Hugs. Everybody gets a hug. All right. See you next time. Bye, guys.